Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Notice that you are here. There's an idea or thinking about being here, talking about being here, learning about being here. But can you just notice that you really are here right now? Not getting anywhere, not going anywhere, not coming from anything. Simply here and now. So, with a position that is both sturdy and comfortable, and preferably seated, and with your eyes either closed or open with a gentle gaze downwards, we sit with a posture that seeks absolutely nothing other than being with the awareness of this moment. Now, you might feel a sense of needing to get up and move around, or you might want to fidget or learn something already. Get something out of meditation. Can you just notice this? Notice the general tendency to avoid the present moment, always seeking and dreaming, never aware right here. So come back to this moment, right here. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, and there's no one to become. There's just the brute fact of this moment, not the next one, or the one that came before. And you may notice that saying words like present moment or this moment is a little bit too much. It doesn't quite capture this, just this, without a name. Leave alone the to-do list, the goals, the strategies, and leave alone the story of my life. And remain right here. Only this. Life is full of a lot of emotion, good and bad. Things we like, things we don't. Having a good day, having a bad day. And a lot of us are trying to figure out a way to avoid the bad in order to get to the good. We may not say it to ourselves, but we almost subconsciously believe that if we somehow limit the bad, then only good will show up. Less and less bad days need to happen. And how do we go about doing that? I speak from personal experience. Avoidance, distraction. We have these things in our pocket now that can just allow our minds to coast. Don't have to make decisions, just scroll up and down. Well, I guess it's just scroll up. Scroll, scroll, scroll. No decisions need to be made. No problems need to be addressed. No worries, no problems. Just this next thing to hijack my attention. Now, arguably, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's kind of cool that we can do that as human beings and that it's always available. But of course, so I'm not trying to completely put it down, but it really gives a lot of room for us to just avoid the things we shouldn't be avoiding, like boredom, uncomfortable feelings. Because boredom and negative emotions are like alarms in the mind, from my view, I guess. They're ways of the mind telling you, hey, there's something up here. You're not, you're not, there's something going on. You're either, well, who cares what it is? And what we usually do before social media, before our ability to just totally distract our lives constantly, we would have to sit with that and think about it. I mean, yeah, there were books, but most of the time, let's say in 1849, you had to sit with that stuff. And most of the time, those kind of things didn't show up because we were so distracted by what we needed to do to live. But when it showed up, you sat with it. In fact, think of the 50s, you sat with it. But now we can just distract it away and we don't deal with it. So we get increasingly bored, stressed, worried, doubtful. All these negative emotions keep coming up because we haven't developed how to actually face it. A long time ago, I was listening to the teacher Thich Nhat Hanh. He was a Zen Buddhist who actually helped a lot with Martin Luther King. He was with him during the civil rights movement. But anyway, he died about a few years ago. But he was talking and he said, the way from away from our problems, the way to solve our negative emotion or afflictive emotion isn't around, isn't away, it's through. It's ceasing to avoid. And I think we all kind of know this. Negative emotions aren't something we shouldn't experience. We have this bad attitude about negative emotions. We have this kind of we have these weird ideas about negative emotions that they shouldn't be felt. So we avoid. And so we can never deal with them. And really, they're just alarm clocks. They're telling us, hey, look at your life. How are you keeping your mind on a moment to moment basis? Look at that. Are you living the way you want to? These things matter. Negative emotions are just your brain's way of saying, hey, pay attention. What's going on? But if we continue to avoid like we usually do. And these negative emotions grow louder and louder and louder until we listen. And then sometimes it gets out of control and we need help. So practice, what's so beautiful about this practice is that we can just take that time to see very clearly the way things are from our first person perspective. We can see everything come up, bubbling to the surface. And the more we practice, the more that stuff bubbles up, it burns off. But if we're continuing to avoid, we're kind of like pushing that crap back down, never to see the light of day, except it festers and runs our world, runs our thoughts, runs our subconscious, and we become far less happy than we could be. So of course, my suggestion is to practice. Practice meditation. And meditation means to not avoid. There's no way out. Go through. Sit with it. As a Zen master once said, hold fire and just sit. Thank you for your time today. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.